Welcome everyone to the library stage. This week we are joined by Nick Moore, an elementary school librarian helping to make libraries fun. Through innovative library programming, technology integration, and makerspace opportunities, he empowers students to become critical thinkers, creators, and lifelong learners. Nicholas serves on the Georgia Library Media Association Executive Board and the Georgia Children's Book Award Committee. Nick is about to take the stage with his one big idea, which is the more powerful program in your library is to open your doors at lunch. Nick, the stage is yours.
Thank you, Amanda, for having me. I'm so excited. I'm so happy that you're doing this and sharing all things library. So this is like the best thing, and I always learn. Listen to your first episode, and I'm like, "Ooh, I love that idea too." So I hope that's what people get from it. I'm always you take what you need and adjust for whatever, because everybody's library is different. Your space is different. Your population is different. Your school, your district, like all the things are so different. So people should never feel like I can't do that because I can't do this. Like, take what you can and make it work. Or, they can't feel like I don't have the resources. Well, how can you make it work? That's what I'm all about. Just being innovative and changing all the things. So, a really big thing that kind of changed my library was what I call open library lunch. And I didn't do it my first year. Like, I had opportunities where classes came and kids they got to eat in the lunchroom, in the library, I mean, as a reward instead of in the lunchroom. But what ended up happening at the end of my first year, I spoke with one of my admin, and she was just like, this has been a huge change with the library where we see more boys reading. And I think all librarians, all educators, period, know after elementary school, boys drop off from reading. Like, it's not cool, it's not interesting. They don't see books that they want to see. And we definitely have to tackle and change that. So I didn't realize I was doing it. Like, I just was doing it. I wasn't being super intentional specifically for boys. I just was making that change for everybody and wanting them to read more because that's our job, promoting reading. And I thought about it and I said, really? Like, I just was shocked. And educators, we don't congratulate ourselves. We just don't. Like, we know we have to do the work and we enjoy doing the work and we want to do the work, but we don't sit back and say, oh, that really was a big deal that you did this, or great job on making that happen. And that's me. That's me all the time. I will probably never change. I just will not be that person to thank myself. But essentially, what ended up happening, um, she just said that boys were reading. I saw kids reading in the cafeteria, and some of them were boys. And I was like, oh, like that's huge. And if you're elementary school, your cafeteria is popping. And I'm not for negative reasons. It's just the first time they get to be free. It's so many kids, it's multiple grade levels, multiple classes. It's crazy chaotic. And we want them to have that time to be comfortable and have fun. But I knew that taking them out of the lunchroom was definitely a good thing for the lunch workers and custodians and some of the other students, but also for myself because I wanted them to see that the library was essentially like a open space. I'm a part of the school. I'm not this separate entity that, oh, we sometimes see them a few times a month or whatever. And I wanted them to get connected with me. Like, I was in my second year at the school and now I'm going into my third, and I wanted to know the students more and to see, okay, what are they interested in? What do they need? And I want them to feel like I can come into the library. It's a safe, comfortable space. Because in my area, they don't go to the library all the time. The school library, that's just not a thing. And I was like, we have to change this because I know how good of a resource this is. And so, what I end up doing for open library lunch, I'll get on the news and I'll announce it. I kind of plan it out when I want to do it for each month. And our lunches are from about 10:30 to 1 o'clock, and that's kind of long. That's a long time. And I don't close the library up to people that are not eating lunch. I keep it open, but just to make it easier on us, I kind of split it where I'll do K through 2 and then third through fifth. Because I was a fifth grade teacher before, so I kind of understand kindergarten. Like, I'm like, oh, they're like, can you open this? I'm like, oh, okay, like fine with me. I'm not used to that. I'm like used to telling a fifth grader like, you got this. Ask a friend, or they just know how to do it. But like, that was a learning curve for me, but they're so sweet and asking, and I help them out. But I will essentially get on the news. I'll tell them like, hey, it's K through 2 open library lunch. Teachers, you could send. It kind of varies. Sometimes I'm feeling like froggy. I always tell people I'm crazy. Like, you don't have to do what I do, but I am crazy in a good way, crazy fun. So I will literally say, like, hey, you can send up to 10 students from each homeroom during your lunch to the library to eat. And I know some people are number one, like food in the library, gross, and too many kids. But I also know that not all 10 are going to show up. Sometimes I'll do six, sometimes say like four if I kind of get a gauge on how many kids will come or hear from people that have wanted to come but didn't get to come. And, and it's lunches are spread out. So if I'm doing K through two, fifth grade kind of goes in the middle of K through two. So that's going to help out with the numbers where kindergarten, it's not too many kindergartners happening or in the library. So just kind of splitting them up really helps. But sometimes I'm just feeling excited and I just want to support the kids and be a community. And I'm like, K through five, open library lunch, come in, let's have lunch together and such. And that they were so excited to do that because once again, you don't eat lunch in the library like typically. That's never been a thing. And I know some schools do it, some places don't. I know middle and high school they do that a lot. What I see like lunchtime, they can go in the library and stuff freely. And I thought, why not elementary? I think that'd be fun and it gives them a little break. Like I love that I'm able to kind of support other staff members by giving them a little break in the cafeteria and come in and eat with me. I have pull a trash can from a custodian. I'm like, hey, I'm going to do open library lunch. Can I have a trash can? And I have kids take the full lunch trash cans back to the cafeteria so they can get thrown out, get me a new one. Like it's not hard work for me. I kind of mentioned to the kids, I'm like, hey, be careful. Don't put no mess on my floor. I don't want to see that. Oh, can y'all help get this trash up and stuff? Give them a job. Kids just want to feel, appreciated and be seen. Give them a little job to help out. Like the kids, they just do it on their own with cleaning up. Now, I have a little mess afterwards, but it's nothing major. I don't have spills. I don't have these big food blobs. I don't have throw up or nothing. But, and because it's elementary, you never know what's going to happen because I set those expectations. It's so easy to do. This was such an easy, free program to do that I want to make sure I definitely do it more because things get busy and the kids enjoy it. They don't they want to be seen, they want to be in a fun space, a creative space, and that's when it kind of gets into what can you bring. There's a lot of things that you can pull out. In my library, I have a game station, I have a makerspace, I have the books, of course. I have some technology, but during that time, I don't go technology heavy. Number one, because they got food. I'm like, I don't want you touching the iPads. But it's a time to connect. Like, I love the kids playing games. Kids don't really know how to play board games anymore. And that's like a huge thing. Like, I love board games growing up. And I'll pull them out, I'll put them on the tables, I'll pull out some little activities like kids will make bracelets, kids will play with the Legos, just sit Legos on the table. Like the kids, they're so polite. Can we play with this? Like that's literally what they say. I'm like, yeah, that's why I put it on the table. Duh. Like play with it. Like let's play together. And then that's another little thing. Like librarians get into the mix. Like I will play the game with them. I will build the Lego with them. I ask them questions. I don't want them to think that the only people that support them are the teacher and the counselor. We're people too. We want to feel connected. I want them to want to come into the library because you can't force kids to do anything. You can kind of, but you really can't. It's almost like respect is earned and given. I want them to see that, oh, my librarian, they care too. Like they want me to read for a purpose. They want me to come in. And it's a segue to get them reading too. Sometimes I'll put out different books. Or I'll be like, well, y'all can grab a book if you want, bring your book, switch it out and stuff. So that's another way to get the kids to come in and get them to read more because as we know everywhere, our time is getting limited and limited and limited. There's so much to do. So to kind of get them in that free time is a great way to kind of get them into the books and get them into the library, get the circulation happening, get them to log their minutes, get them excited, get them to celebrate. Because if they say, like, oh my God, during lunch, I can go sit and read and get peace or read with a friend, I can sit in a comfortable chair, that's going to get them to read. They don't feel like this is a force in ELA segment. I need to sit and read. I got to grow. I got to read a certain text. Read for fun. Pick up a graphic novel. Pick up this cookbook. Pick up this book about Beyonce, this music book, anything like that. Like, come and have some fun. And that's what I'm all about because you got to be creative. I always have this conversation with my admin that we have to do things in the library to get them in because they didn't understand at first why we were doing Lego, why we had little games, why sometimes I had kids on the mic doing karaoke. Like, you have to do things to pull them in, and then they will get to the books. Because once they see, like, oh, this is a place that supports me, this is a place that wants me to have fun, this is a place that's like interested in what I'm interested in, and I see books that look like me or are topics about me or they're updated. He's weeded them out and got those old titles out and had some fun. Like, yes. So that's what open library lunch is, just another fun way to get the kids, excited about reading, excited about the library space. I hate a library that's empty. Sometimes you do need that moment, but I'll talk to my parapro and I'm like, sometimes I just feel bad if it's empty, but I understand I'm doing something. Amanda does a great job talking about her. I love how you did at GLMA a couple years ago, the wheel of all the things that I'm doing. And when we're at a computer, like, I'm not watching a movie on the computer. That's just unheard of. That's crazy. And I'm working, I'm creating something, I'm working with people, I'm emailing, I'm doing some of my other tasks as a librarian. So that open library lunch just is another way to get them in, and it's also not hard work for me. Like, I get to engage with them, I get to sit down and eat my lunch with them, which is nice, and stuff. And you just set those expectations, figure out what do I want them to do. You can go as simple as play music in there and just let them talk. They don't get to talk during the day like that, and we need them to learn, but they don't really get to talk and engage. Play a movie, play a show. I love throwing on throwback shows. I love playing something old school, and it's not even old school. Like, early 2000s is not old school, but the kids really don't know the things. They don't know That's So Raven. They don't know Hannah Montana. Like, I was trying to show them in Rainbow, and like, this is the new version and this is the old version, and they were interested. Like, they want to kind of learn what you like, and they kind of see us as a real person and another person in the building. So that's what I love, and I just love that they kind of feel a place to belong. I'm all about our boys feeling a part of something, and I definitely want them to pick up and read more books. And I try to get those students that maybe have some challenging behaviors to come into open library lunch. That's another way to kind of, you know help with the school structure of behavior and help those teachers out so they kind of get back into the classroom ready to learn and engage. I have a few of my, favorites, and they're all my favorites, but I have a few of my favorites that come, and I know that they cause their teachers a lot of trouble during the day. And the teachers have told me they change after they see you in the morning or during that lunch. Like, it's very different. And I understand that. We're in a school where, or not school, education where it's very female driven, female led. And I don't see an issue with that. I think everything's worked out perfectly as it should. But it's something about, especially our boys, seeing male leaders in the building. My school is predominantly black, so to see a black male librarian, like, I'm the first in their school, and just to see a black male that's like, I love reading, I read, oh, I love that book, I read that book, I'm showing them what I read, I'm wanting to eat lunch with them. It's huge. It makes a difference. I wish they would listen to everybody, but it really does matter to see your male leaders connecting with those kids, especially your librarians, because they might not see that at the next school or the high school or any other school that they interact with. So that's really different for them. Um, so yeah, that's a little bit about open library lunch. A lot of fun things going on, just building a place to belong, help out your students. I did lunch for a few months for a student that would sit by himself in the cafeteria. Like, I just said, hey, why do you sit here? He just said, I just like this quiet. I said, well, if you want to come in the library, you can come and eat in the library with us. You can do activities and stuff. Came every day, literally for like a few months, every day. And I would say, like, do you want to bring somebody? And he would say, no. And I said, okay. And that was totally fine. And he would gauge, he would talk with us, he would do activities. I would have him help out if I had like a lesson going or activities or other kids. And that was just another way to make them feel safe at school, which is what it's all is about. So that's what's really excited. So if you have not done lunch in the library, you have to do it. Don't do it every day. You don't even have to do it every week. Like, you want it to be a treat. So you do it when you can, and you structure it what works for you.
Oh my gosh, Nick, I love everything you said. And it's coming from, an elementary perspective. I love that as well because a lot of times you're going to hear pushback. I don't want food
Mhm.
around the books. We don't know where the kids are. And I feel like you answered and addressed all of those issues that might come up with people saying, I can't do that, that you can. And so thank you so much for sharing because I really do believe that this is a library program. And even if you said just give them a place to be themselves, just give them a place to be, that's social emotional learning right there. And our kids, a lot of our kids need that. Because man, those cafeterias are crazy. They overwhelm me when I go in there, and I can't imagine how some students feel. So, offering a place to be safe and have fun probably means more than you'll ever know. For our curtain call, do you have a book or an ed tech tool or a still this idea that you want to share with our audience?
I always have an idea. So I went into it two ways. So I found a few middle grade books. Well, I didn't find them. I recently read them. That I was like, oh, these are great. But I read Mixed Feelings by Sarah Amini, and I'm trying to make sure I'm saying the name right. But that was really good. It's semi autobiographical. She's mixed race, doesn't know which side more she fits in because she's just like, I'm just me. I like both. And so that was a really fun book. I encourage everyone to have it in their library. And there's a sequel that's going to come out really soon. But it was a really fun read. And even if you're not of mixed race, like it was things that I could identify with. Like even thinking about your friend groups, or oh, maybe you like sports, but you also love to read. You love to do academic challenges and stuff. So that was a fun little read to take on. For my people that are maybe YA or just want something adult, I've been in a graphic novel this summer. Like it is a graphic novel summer. I love all types of reading, but my graphic novels has taken the cake. But I read Blackwater by Jeanette Arroyo. I got that from our friend Megan, and she let me have it. Thanks, Megan. It was really good. It was a really good read. And I'm like, is there a sequel? Is there a third? Is there a fourth? And then nothing yet. So we'll see. And then Crumbs by Danny Sterling was a really good book. And people talking about the graphic novels, it was lengthy. It was lengthy. Like it took me a minute to read. Ed tech tools that I cannot stop talking about and you need to use Tinkercad, building digital 3D models, really help with like our fifth graders doing science things. I wanted science to be more, let's do hands on, not just sit and talk about it. So building cells, 3D models, perfect. And then We Will Write. Y'all have to get into We Will Write. It was so fun hearing about them from ISTE. So We Will Write. Get into it.
Those are such great resources. And thank you so much, Nick. If you would like to follow him, he is on Instagram and X at Learn Teach More. And his website, as well as the handle, are in the show notes. Thank you so much.